Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, listen, you already know that time and energy, the highest forms of currency. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money, getting to that paper, stacking that dough, that mozzarella, that cheese, but always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex. That time and energy are the highest forms of currency. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel. We growing this channel organically, my G's. Constant elevation. We are on our way to the top. Yeah, approaching 30,000 subscribers. Big salute to all my day one investors. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, everybody that's tapped into the channel, everybody that's making their way to Grown Man Business TV. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, but you have found the realest channel on YouTube. I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in it. So big salute to y'all, man. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are tapped into the channel. Engage with the channel. It is what it is. You already know where you at. Big 757 Virginia. Grown Man Business TV. Salute. Now listen, man, you see the title. You see the thumbnail. You feel what I'm saying? We are absolutely on the brink of World War III. World War III. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, a lot of people are not talking about this. You don't see this like worldwide national news when it comes to the urban community, when it comes to the culture. You feel what I'm saying? But it's a big deal right now. It's a big deal. And one thing for sure, two things for certain. You already know Grown Man Business TV gonna give you that dope straight off the brick into the bottles. I'm not gonna hold it. I'm not gonna step on it. I'm not gonna put no quinine, no baking soda, none of that. We don't tap dance on the work over here. We give you that pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles. And it's looking like we are approaching. We are absolutely approaching World War III. Now, what are you talking about, Grown Man Business TV? I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, Trump just got into office. Trump won the election. It's a celebration. But see, I told y'all, I felt it in my spirit. I felt it in my gut. It's just a gut feeling. You understand that something wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right, homie. Now, you just think that they gonna let Donald Trump step on the Democrats, the demonic crats. Yeah, because they demonic, homie. Yeah, I'm talking devilish. You just thought they was gonna let Donald Trump tap dance all over Kamala Harris, tap dance all over Sleepy Joe Biden, and nobody wasn't gonna do nothing. You think they was just gonna let Donald Trump turn the United States of America red? I mean, win every sector. He got control of all the houses. I mean, it's like a full house, my G. It's a clean sweep. And I mean, yeah, I celebrate it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I can see the bigger picture. I see things, you know, the smoke and mirror is very, very easy for me to see through. So I knew that Trump was the man for the job, and I understand that, and I still feel that way. But I told y'all they had a trick up their sleeve, and what is that? Yeah, we're going to talk about that tonight because it's nasty work. It's nasty work. And if you don't know, if you still paying attention to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, if you one of the ones that's watching the football games every day, if you more invested into LeBron James and Steph Curry, you might not understand that the American soil, I mean, the land that we call the Americas, I mean, where we at right now, the greatest nation in the world, on the globe, is on the brink of World War III. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be, my G. It's nasty work what's going on out here. And we can't let this slide under the radar. You understand what I'm saying? So let's talk about this, man. Big salute to the chat. You know, we tapped in, we locked in. You know, everybody that voted for Joe Biden, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Everybody that stood out here and spoke for Kamala Dick Harris, tried to convince us to roll with Kamala Dick Harris, you should be ashamed of yourself. And that's why Grown Man Being in TV, that's why The Voice is more powerful than CNN. The Voice is more powerful than Fox News. The Voice is more powerful than DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God playing butt tag on your morning radio station on the Breakfast Club every day. That's why my voice is so powerful. That's why the majority of the people out here is reaching out to independent sources. They're not going to CNN. They're not going to Fox News. They're not going to local television. They coming to independent sources, content creators, truth tellers. Truth tellers, homie. It is absolutely nasty work what they doing right now. Now, Joe Biden, right? Let me break this down for y'all. Joe Biden been obsolete. He been MIA for the last 6 months. We ain't heard from Joe Biden. We ain't seen Joe Biden. Let the Democrats, the demonic side, let them tell it. Joe Biden ain't fit to be president. They had to hide Joe Biden. You remember he was falling up the stairs. He couldn't get a sentence out. He couldn't get a word out. He could barely get through a speech without us looking at him sideways. You know what I'm saying? You remember they hid Joe Biden and they put Kamala Dick Harris in front of us and they told us to rock with her. But guess what? We wasn't rocking with her. None of us was really feeling Kamala Dick Harris. We could see through the smoke and mirrors. We could see the BS. You feel what I'm saying? We understood that her handshake wasn't matching her smile. Kamala Dick Harris, her handshake wasn't matching her smile. You feel what I'm saying? And we understood that. So now all of a sudden, now that Trump is going to be president, now that Trump got a clean sweep, I mean 7-0, is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. Now that Trump is back in office, now we see Biden. Now you got sleepy Joe Biden. He back out here calling plays. He back out here, making things happen. He back out here destroying America. Yeah, I ain't lying to you. We ain't heard from sleepy Joe Biden in 6 months. He could barely get 3 words out of his mouth. Now he's back in the presidential seat. You understand what I'm saying? Giving the Ukraine American missiles and American bombs to go to war with Russia. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that sleepy Joe Biden and Kamala Dick Harris just authorized a certain amount of bombs and missiles for the Ukraine to use to go and invade Russia? See, you got to know something, man. When you come over here, we going to do it all over here. Multi-purpose, homie. Multifaceted. I wear all hats. So, y'all was riding with Kamala Dick Harris. This the same woman that was telling the American people that she was here to bring unity, that she was here to bring harmony, that she was here to bring change. So if you was trying to unify, why is you allowing the Ukrainian government to shoot American missiles over the borders of Russia? After we just heard Putin say he don't mind sitting down with Trump, he don't mind ending the war ASAP. After we just saw the leaders out there in China say they ready to sit down with Trump, they ready to end the war ASAP. But the very people that y'all voted for, the very people y'all out here crying for, the very woman that told y'all she was about unity, she was about change, she wants to harmonize, is okaying the leader in command to allow a Ukrainian government. Do you know a Ukrainian person, homie? Have you ever met somebody that told you they was from the Ukraine? Have you ever worked with somebody that told you they was from the Ukraine? Have you ever spoken to a person that is from the Ukraine? I can't say, Grown Man Business TV, I can't say I ever did business with a Ukrainian. I ever met a Ukrainian. I ever shook hands with a Ukraine. I don't know no people from the Ukraine. So why is we giving them 360 billion goddamn dollars? Why is we doing that under Kamala Dick Harris and Sleepy Joe Biden? Why is we doing that? And why are y'all so blindfolded, so brainwashed that y'all can't see through the smoke and mirrors? That y'all can't see the play being ran over and over and over again. I'm talking the Gulf Storm, the Saudi Arabian war. Y'all don't understand how many wars we done been in. Weapons of mass destruction. We going over there. Yeah, it's so many wars. Salute to the chat, man. Lisa, I see you, big wrenches. This is something that got to be talked about. I don't care what my sign is talking about. I don't really care what Candace Owens is talking. You better know something, man. Don't fall for the double cross. Always pay attention to the triple cross. Always the triple cross, never the double cross, homie. Always pay attention to what you net. Don't worry about what you gross. What you taking home, man. It's nasty work. All in alkaline lifestyle. What it do, man? That feminine energy we all do need. Big wrenches in the chat. We are on the brink of World War III, and you better know something. You better know something. And y'all, listen, let me say this. Y'all might want to get on y'all knees and kiss the ring of every black man that voted for Donald Trump. Because if y'all would have got Kamala Dick Harris in there, OMG, it wouldn't be the brink of World War III. We'd already be in it. We'd already be at war. World War III. We done funded the war. You funded the war. I'm funding the war. We paying taxes. We done funded $360 billion to a Ukrainian government. Who, have you seen a building be built? Have you seen a house? Have you seen a shopping mall? Have you seen a grocery store? Have you seen a hospital over there in the Ukraine? Have they showed us one picture of what the hell they did with that $360 billion? One picture. I'm talking one property, one house, one apartment complex. What did y'all do with that money? I mean, we really saved y'all asses when we went out there and voted for Donald J. Trump. And you better kiss the ring. You better thank us for that. Oh, we was about make history how? When Kamala Dick Harris was a puppet, her husband was going to call the play. Joe Biden, all these white men around Kamala was going to be the ones calling the plays. Not you, not her either. That's why she had a white running partner. Her vice president was a white man. Her husband is a Jewish man. Joe Biden, come on, man, I could go down the list. We are at the brink of World War III. We, the American people, have given the Ukraine government $360 billion. On top of that, we just authorized American missiles and American weapons to be used by the Ukrainian government and shot over the borderline onto Russian soil. So guess what? Let's do the math on this. If America has given them we authorized for them to use our weapons, who you think Russia gonna go to war with? You think they just going to war with the Ukraine, or you think they want war with America? And I mean, it's just deep, man. It's deep, it's wicked, and it's always deep in a rap. Joe Biden, we ain't seen Biden in months. Biden got a little less than 2 months to remain in office. In his last 2 months that he's remaining in office, he choosing to go to war with you. We going to war? These the people that y'all believe in. These the people that y'all crying about, that y'all are divorcing y'all husbands for, that y'all talk about 4B movement. And we gonna talk about the 4B movement. Y'all should be, boy, I'm disgusted, highly disappointed in y'all. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, a 4B movement. Well, I'm gonna talk about that. But let's just stay on topic right now. World War III. Big salute to the chat. Hit that like button, man. Stop playing, man. It's free.
Vladimir Putin has a new warning for the United States after President Biden authorized Ukraine to use long-range missiles supplied by the U.S. to strike inside Russia. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pennell starts us off from Ukraine. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. Nuclear saber rattle.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a good strand of dog fur right there. Oh, Oh, we're gonna stay on topic. But that might be some of the nicest dog fur I seen in a while right there. And I just wanted to give him his props. This Neanderthal right here. This Caucasian male from the Caucasus Mountains. From deep within the Caucasus Mountains. I gotta say salute to you, youngster. Well, old head, cause you an OG. You got that silver gray hair, and that dog fur is dog fur. Take a look at this. That dog fur is dog furring. Oh, that's a good set of dog fur right there. Look at the waves and the curls in that dog fur. Jesus Christ. Jesus, yeah, it's a Slavic, he got a Slavic bun going up right there. That Slavic dog fur, he done put that dog fur in a bun. He done put that grease in it and that gel. Oh, deep within the Caucasus Mountains. This is what you get right here. Dog fur. Let's let that man do his thing. Salute to you, brother.
From the Kremlin this morning, with Vladimir Putin appearing to threaten to use nuclear weapons if Ukraine fires American-made missiles into Russia. The Kremlin saying the doctrine was updated in response to what it calls the new situation. The new Russian policy essentially authorizes the use of nuclear weapons in response to what it calls, quotes, critical threats of aggression using conventional weapons. Now remember, President Biden lifting restrictions on the ATACMS ballistic missiles, which are, of course, conventional weapons, essentially allowing them to be fired into Russia. Putin has made nuclear threats before that have proved to be hollow. A senior Ukrainian military source telling me this is blackmail, but also warning nuclear weapons are a Pandora's box that shouldn't be opened. This move likely aimed as much at President-elect Trump, who's promising to end the war when he takes office, but it'll make that all the harder. Meanwhile, Russia again escalating attacks inside Ukraine, striking an apartment block in the north, killing 9, including a child. And for all the talk of peace plans, Ukraine today marking 1,000 days of Russia's devastating war with no end in sight. And just one final bit of breaking news. We're hearing that the Russians are reporting that Ukraine has now used these ATACMS ballistic missiles. More on that later.
Yeah, it looks like an escalate.
Let's talk about that. Let's dissect that. Let's really break this down. Putin has already used his threats of nuclear war. You know, hollow threats. He's never fully went through with it. But that's only because the Ukraine never had missiles and weapons that were able to be fired on Ukrainian soil and reach Russia. These missiles, because the Ukrainian government was not able to shoot firearm and missiles and weapons over the border of Russia into Russian territory and invade Russia in that way, is why Putin never really used nuclear weapons. But now, in a strategic move by Joe Biden, you got to know something. The demonic forces, the democracy that they claim, our democracy is a demonic force. That is a demonic force. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute, but let's just stay right here. Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe done woke up out his sleep. Now he wide awake. He wide awake now. He ain't sleep no more. He done authorized the use of these weapons, the very weapons that will cause a nuclear war if used. And y'all don't see the play. Y'all don't see the play action being ran on y'all. Y'all thinking shit sweet. Y'all just want a female. Nah, homie. It's deeper than rap. So nobody is asking these questions. Nobody is standing on business. Nobody is pointing a finger, and nobody is speaking out on a certain level about this. So all of a sudden, you ain't sleep no more, Joe Biden, and you pushing buttons that's gonna cause mass destruction. That's gonna cause nuclear war. It's a chain reaction, homie. Let one person drop a nuclear bomb and watch them joints just go back and forth and watch it turn real ugly. Nasty work real fast. And we can't even be mad at Putin. I can't even be mad at Putin. Putin just said, you know what? I'm willing to sit down with Trump. I'm willing to do business with America. We willing to stop all this chaos, all this mayhem, all this death and destruction. We willing to stop that. China said the same thing. But Trump don't get into office until January. So now you got this demonic energy saying, man, listen, man, we gonna throw a Hail Mary play right now. We gotta throw a Hail Mary play before he get into office. We gonna start a nuclear war right before he get into office, because the demonic energies, the Democrat, they know y'all so damn silly that y'all will blame that nuclear war on Donald Trump, even though we can see clear as day he's starting the war right now. Donald Trump ain't in office yet. Donald Trump hasn't taken office. He is not the president. Kamala Dick Harris is still vice president, and Joe Biden is still the president. And y'all so silly, y'all so brainwashed, y'all so warped when it come to this knowledge, when it come to this game, that y'all will turn around in 4 years and blame a nuclear war on Donald J. Trump just because you don't like him. Man, we built America brick by brick, and I'll be damned if I let you tear it down because you don't like how Donald Trump is talking. Yeah. I'll be damned if y'all tear this down because you don't like how another nigga is talking. What we talking about, man? It's time to stand on business. And we done already stood on business because we swiped out and we wiped out the Democratic. That's demonic energy. The universal law say they got to show you this shit. The universal law say they can't trick you into submission. You got to choose to be submitted. The universal law say that. So when they put the demo in their name, that means demonic. And if you choose to ride with the Democrat that stand for demonic, then you choosing to be submitted. And now they ain't got to pay retribution to the universe because you chose this life. The shit say Democrat. It mean demonic. I don't care if it's a black man. I don't care if it's Obama. I don't care if it's Kamala Dick Harris. I don't care who they put in front of you. If the title is demo, that mean demonic. That mean demon. That mean devilish. And this is a prime example of why it's passion in this. This is a prime example why I talk like this. Because y'all want to talk down on Donald J. Trump when all he trying to do is make America great again. And all Joe Biden and Kamala Dick Harris is trying to do is tear America down. Now let's take this to a higher level. Let's take this to the next level. Y'all came to the right place. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You getting this pure dope straight off the brick, and I'm putting it right in the bottle. It's pure dope right here. Now let's talk on a higher level. Matter of fact, for everybody that just got in the building, salute. I want y'all to get an earful of this, and then we gonna go to the next level because it's multiple different angles with this. I mean, I'm about to show y'all what they doing, and I'm about to put it right in front of your face. That's it. Pure dope. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Whew, I digress. Big salute to the chat. Check this out.
Vladimir Putin has a new warning for the United States after President Biden authorized Ukraine to use long-range missiles supplied by the U.S. to strike inside Russia. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pennell starts us off from Ukraine. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, George. Nuclear saber rattling from the Kremlin this morning with Vladimir Putin appearing to threaten to use nuclear weapons if Ukraine fires American-made missiles.
That's a good goddamn strand of dog fur right there, boss. I can't help but to point out that, I mean, boy, shit. If I had to have dog fur, that's the dog fur I would ask for. If the universe gave me dog fur, I would say, listen, creator, please make that dog fur. This what I want right here. I want the Johnny Bravo dog fur. This is the old man Johnny Bravo dog fur. That Silver Surfer right there. That's the Silver Surfer, dog fur, Johnny Bravo. And grown man business, I stamp and certify that. Salute to you, OG, for combing and brushing that dog fur to perfection. Now let's get back into it.
Into Russia. The Kremlin saying the doctrine was updated in response to what it calls the new situation. The new Russian policy essentially authorizes the use of nuclear weapons in response to what it calls, quotes, critical threats of aggression using conventional weapons. Now remember, President Biden lifting restrictions on the ATACMS ballistic missiles, which are, of course, conventional weapons, essentially allowing them to be fired into Russia. Putin has made nuclear threats before that have proved to be hollow. A senior Ukrainian military source telling me this is blackmail, but also warning nuclear weapons are a Pandora's box that shouldn't be opened. This move likely aimed as much at President-elect Trump, who's promising to end the war when he takes office, but it'll make that all the harder. Meanwhile, Russia again escalating attacks inside Ukraine, striking an apartment block in the north, killing 9, including a child. And for all the talk of peace plans, Ukraine today marking 1,000 days of Russia's devastating war with no end in sight. And just one final bit of breaking news, we're hearing that the Russians are reporting that Ukraine has now used these ATACMS ballistic missiles. More on that later.
Yeah.
Salute J Cash, salute my G. Yeah, I got shirts on deck. Man. I'll let y'all know how to get your hands on them. Merch on deck, hats on deck. GMB TV, Grown Man Business. This is Grown Man Business. This is the realest channel on YouTube. There is no other. There is no other channel like this. You understand what I'm saying? And again, we on the brink of war right now. We on the brink of war right now. Being as though Donald Trump has not taken office, and he won't take office until January. Sometime in January is when he officially takes office. So now we watching the Democrats. We watching the demonic energy. We watching them absolutely panic. We watching a Democrat throw a tantrum. The demonic energy. They are now throwing a tantrum. They are so upset at the loss for Kamala Dick Harris that they are initiating a nuclear war with Russia. And not only Russia, the rest of the world that rock with Russia. You know, North Korea, South Korea, you know, China. Nuclear war. Imagine that. And I told y'all they had a trick up their sleeve. I told y'all they was plotting and scheming. I told y'all, worst case scenario, they had something up their sleeve. You understand what I'm saying? To counterattack the win for Donald Trump. Now let's get deeper into this. Let's really, you know, talk and you know, you gotta understand something, right? Donald Trump is calling for mass deportation. Hold on, guys. Mass deportation, right? And it's a lot of illegal immigrants in America right now. It's a lot of illegal immigrants in America right now, and they're scared. They're nervous. They're hold on, guys. They're really, you know, uneasy at the fact that Donald Trump has won and is going to be the president, and they all believe that they're going to be deported. I had already put 2 and 2 together. I had already connected the dots on this. But being as though Joe Biden is initiating nuclear war with Russia, it really made my wheels turn. And I was able to see all the red flags all over the field. Very easily, I seen the red flags all over the field. Mass deportation is going to start an internal war on American soil. Mass deportation is about to cause an internal war, a civil war on American soil. So that explains why all these men been crossing our borders. Every time we look at the borders and the crossing of the border crossing, we don't see a bunch of families and a bunch of children and women. We see a bunch of middle-aged young men You know, young to middle-aged men, strapping, in shape. You ain't never seen a fat person coming across the border. We ain't never seen somebody that looked like they overweight coming across the border. All these people coming across the border is young to middle-aged men that are strapping, in shape, muscular, look like army soldiers. Look like soldiers, homie, coming across the border. Because as soon as we initiate this war with Russia, as soon as Donald J. Trump starts to implement the deportation, the mass deportation of these illegal immigrants, they are going to go to war on our soil. And guess who's going to fund them? Guess who's going to make sure they got guns? Guess who's going to make sure they got money? The damn Democrats. Listen, man. Listen, man. You thought it was a coincidence all these illegal immigrants got $14,000 and $15,000 in food stamp? You think it's a coincidence that all these illegal immigrants got $14,000, $15,000 of cash on a debit card that they can utilize on American soil? They ain't even got a birth certificate or a social security. They ain't got a social security number, but they got $15,000 in cash and they got $20,000 in food stamps on American soil. Because they're the soldiers y'all about to go to war with. Or you want to be a shooter. You a slider. You like to do drill music. But trust me, it's going to be a lot of drilling for you to do very soon, homie. We about to see about all you hooligans, all you gang members, all you shooters and sliders. We gonna see how much of a pussycat you are, because these Ukrainians, yeah, these dudes from across the border, they came over here to go to war with you. How do you initiate this war? Well, you call for mass deportation. Bro, it's deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. The Democratic Party, they signed a bill recently that the military, the American military, can shoot civilians in the street like a dog if they have to. Donald J. Trump is going to use that same military for mass deportation. So, you know, the urban community, black people, we so vain. We always think everything is about us. And I ain't mad at us, because for the most part, it always been about us. Oh, when the police can shoot you in the street, we ain't go. The police, they didn't sign that shit over for the police to shoot us in the street. They making sure to use that for that mass deportation. For those Ukrainians, for those Czechoslovakians and all of that. For the Mexicans, for all them people that came over the border illegally. They gonna use that against y'all. That's gonna cause a war. Hey, listen, I want to say something. New York City, y'all might want to start getting y'all ammo. Y'all might want to start loading up. I mean, it's gonna be nationwide, don't get me wrong, but New York City is always the stronghold. New York City is always the experiment. You know, 9/11. They try all this shit out there in New York City. And I'm going to tell you something. It's so many illegal immigrants in New York City. When it go down out there, it's going to go down out there. And I'm talking Sleepy Hollow, Chef G, all you hooligans. All you New York hooligans, all you New Yorkers that sliding and slipping and shooting and all of that. Y'all might want to make sure y'all on business and y'all on code and y'all ready to shoot and do all that hooligan activity when these Ukrainians activate. Because when they activate, it ain't gonna be, listen, man, it's gonna be a sight for sore eyes, homie. They already loaded up. They already got their little bit of money. They already got their resources. They already wrecking havoc out there in New York City. When this shit go down, it's gonna go down. All of this is making sense. It's just time to connect the dots. And see, the problem is A lot of these dudes done already connected the dots, but they ain't willing to come up here and tell y'all and show y'all and point it out. Cat Williams ain't gonna talk about this. Charleston White ain't gonna talk about this. DJ Academics, Kai Cenat, they not gonna talk about this. I mean, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. It get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. It's always deeper than rap, my G. So we gonna go to war with Russia. We on the brink of World War III. We got millions of unidentified illegal immigrants on American soil. And listen what I'm saying, 3/4 of them is young men ready to fight, ready to go to war. Young gang members, young ex-convicts, insane asylums. These dudes ain't wrapped too tight. Millions. Big salute to the chat, man.
So look, Selena, it sounds like Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, says he's headed to where you're at to discuss the incoming administration's deportation plan. What more do we know about those meetings?
Yeah, that's exactly right. He said he's headed down here to put the finish.
Mass deportations are going to fuck this country up. Because whether it's losing billions and billions, and I mean billions of dollars in tax revenue and social security funding, whether it's inflation rates rising and
mass deportation. See, let me give y'all some more game on this. Let's go a little bit deeper, right? You got two wings on one bird. You got one wing, you got the other wing. They both work simultaneously. They work together, even if you don't notice it, even if you can't tell, even if it's not really, something that you can see clearly. You got to understand that if the bird is in the sky, that both wings are working together to keep that bird afloat. So you got some people with the Republican Party. You got some people with the Democrats. Not understanding that both parties work simultaneously together. They work simultaneously together to keep the government afloat. The government is the bird. So don't ever get it confused that when you hear me talking about Donald J. Trump, that I am a Republican. Don't ever get it confused or make you or get sidetracked or believe that grown man business has picked a side when it comes to this. The whole government is corrupt. And the ancestors, not even our ancestors, the dog fur having people, Caucasian males, their ancestors knew that this day would come. That's why they wrote it into the Constitution that the American people can go to war with the American government if they become a tyrant government. I can't do nothing but give you this game. In the Constitution, we are legally allowed to go to war with the American government if they become tyrant. And I'm telling you, we are looking at a tyrant government right now. You got the Democrats trying to start a nuclear war with Russia. You got the Republicans speaking on mass deportation, not understanding that all this shit go together. I'm an enemy. I'm an enemy of the state, homie. I'm a threat to the establishment. All of this shit work together. Salute to Donald J. Trump. I understand his motive. I understand what he's trying to do. But I understand as well on a higher level, the grand scheme of things is that you working for a party that's working for the government. Joe Biden is working for a party that's working for the government, and they all have been converted and perverted, demonic. They all demonic, homie. They all Satanists. They all are working against the people. Everybody. So don't ever get it confused. I do understand that we need a certain authority to run this demonic government, to keep this shit afloat. But at the end of the day, The reason why things have gone so far left, so crazy, so out of whack, the reason why we have lost so much control is because we supposed to took them to war already. This the part y'all don't want to hear. This the part nobody likes to understand. We were supposed to take the US government to war already. I'm talking to people. I'm talking to civil war. But because they got such a stronghold on us, because we are so engulfed in this matrix, the last thing we want to do is destroy it. We'd rather try to fix it. We want to fix the matrix. We want to fix the American government. We want to fix this shit that we in. We want to fix it. We love it. We love it. We raise our families. We are patriotic. We love this. But when you look into the religious scriptures, it tells you, take the land. Oh, we cooking tonight, baby. I ain't Glorilla when I say let me cook. In the religious scriptures, it says, take the land. When Moses led those people and he freed those people and he freed those slaves from Pharaoh and they went across through the Red Sea, you know the story of Moses. When they got to the promised land, God told Moses, and this is in the book, I'm just reciting what's in the book. Go in there and take the land. It's your land. Take it. Moses said, hold on real quick. Hey, listen, hold up. I feel you. Let me do some due diligence though, because I don't want to just run up in there. You know, it's people in there. I know you told me to take it and all that, but some people already seen that. Hold on real quick. Hey, and Moses sent a couple of his homies in there. Hey, look, go in there, look around, tell us what you see. If it ain't nothing, we gonna take this, baby. God told me to tell y'all to take the land. All the promises is in there. Everything we need in abundance is right in there. And God told me to take that. Go in there and look around and shit. When Moses' homies came out the land, they say, hey, man, listen, man, it's some giants in there. The U.S. government is in there. I mean, they eating up all the food, man. They taking all the money. They causing war. I mean, they in the promised land fucking it up. They done took all the tax money. I don't know, Moses. I mean, there's some giants. The U.S. government, they giants. They in there. And guess what? Everybody kind of got scared, homie. Niggas got scared. Niggas was like, oh, shit. Damn, it's giants in there? Okay, hold on then. Let me talk to God real quick. I'm going to go back and holler at God. God ain't tell me it was the American government was in there. God ain't tell me that. Moses went back and said, God, man, what's going on? Some giants in there. You told us to take the land. It's babies, it's baby giants, it's lady giants, it's old giants, it's young giants. There's a bunch of giants in there. Guess what God told him? Take that shit. Oh, yeah, Moses, go ahead. I give you my blessings, baby. I give you my full-on blessings to go in there and take the land. I ain't tell you to go pray with them. I ain't tell you to go share food with them. I ain't go in there. I ain't tell you to go explain yourself. I ain't never tell you to go in there and talk with those people. I said take it. You know what that mean when I say take it? That mean kill, baby. That mean everybody got to come meet me. Send all of them up to me, homie. Everybody in there, every giant in the promised land that belong to you, send them to me. That's what he said. It's in the Bible, homie. If you believe in God, whatever but in the Bible, that's what it say, homie. Take it. He said, take it. And guess what? They were still scared. You know what I mean? They had God on their side. They had God on their side and all of that. And even still, they were scared to take the land. They was nervous. God said, guess what? Don't even go in there. If you scared, Go ahead, I'm gonna make y'all wander around the wilderness for 40 years. So all you pussycats could die out. We don't deal with no pussycats over here. If you scared, go out there, wander around, do whatever you do in the wilderness. And then after y'all die out, the next generation is gonna take the land. I say all that to say this. They never told us what happened in the wilderness when they started wandering for those 40 years. They never talk about the confusion, the wars, the destruction, the death, the carnage that took place in that wilderness for them 40 years. And what y'all got to understand is right now we are the wandering people. That's why I feel like we just wandering. You know, all of us, all 389 in the building right now have had come to a point in our life where we feel like, is this it? Like, what the fuck is we doing, homie? Like, this can't be it. This can't be life, man. We go to work, we pay taxes, have kids, we raise them, and then we live and then we die. That's because right now we are the ones wandering in the woods. You know why? Because we were scared to go to war with the establishment. We are the generation. We are the civilization. I don't even want to say generation. I want to say our whole civilization, our civilization, are the ones that were scared to take them to war. Now that answers to you why all these young boys is shooting shit up. Why so much death? Why so much killing? Why we don't know what's going on? We don't know how to control it. It's because really all that energy is supposed to be aimed at the establishment. All that shooting, all that sliding, all that war is supposed to be aimed at the people that's taxing our goddamn money. Yeah. Because when you go back into the wilderness, now you can go get a bunch of water. You can go get a bunch of resources. You can live off your resources, your money. You can act like you the man until you die. The youngsters don't understand or realize why they feel lost, why they don't feel like they got some type of agenda, some type of purpose. Because we were supposed to show them and tell them, hey, nigga, right there. It's the promised land. It's right here. Take this shit. Take it. Instead, we show them the resources. Get your money. Go to school. Live and die. While they take all your fucking tax money. While they raping your culture. While they going to war. They killing all over the goddamn globe. They poisoning the water. They poisoning the air. They poisoning the food. They poisoning everything. And instead of you taking the promised land, you letting these people, you letting these dog fur having people destroy it. The truth is gonna hurt, homie. Pure dope is the strongest you can get. That's why you here. 427 people in the live chat. I need 100 likes, man. I need 100 likes. Run them likes up. Tap your screen twice. Run up the likes, homie. Easy work. Now I want to leave y'all with this. Let me find something for y'all real quick. Salute to the chat. Hit the like button. The promised land, we were supposed to take it. We didn't take it. We too far deep. We too far in now. You know what I mean? It can still be a war, but we done let them bring millions and millions of soldiers, illegal immigrants, right into the promised land. So now a real fight gonna be a real fight. It ain't gonna be what you thought it was gonna be. If we even got enough nuts to take this shit. You gotta have nuts first. Before anything could go down, you gotta grow some balls. And do the American people got enough balls? Something came across my desk, man. Big salute to everybody that's in the DM. Big salute to everybody that's tapped into Grown Man Business TV, the realest channel on YouTube. Pure, absolute, pure dope. Straight off the brick into the bottles. I seen some information in my DM about the Pentagon failing an audit recently. Listen, I'm going to say that again. The Pentagon failed an audit. Now, what does that mean? That means that when you have a business, when you are making a certain amount of money every year, you have an agency that audits you. What that means is they come into your establishment. They want to see the books. They want to see all the receipts. They want to make sure that, you know, you said you made $1 million last year. Then we need to know exactly what you spent that $1 million on. And if you can't show us what you spent that money on, then you fail your audit. You have now failed the audit. The U.S. Pentagon, the Pentagon failed an audit where they can't account for $830 billion of tax-paying money. Taxpayers' money. It's $830 billion that they don't know where it's at. Now, you know, it's hard. You know, it's a lot to take in. Think about that. You go to work, you pay taxes. You own property, you pay taxes. You buy food, you pay taxes. You buy gas, you pay taxes. All the way around, they taxing us. They got us in a figure 4 right now when it come to taxing, right? But once we put all that money into a pot, it should benefit the people. You feel me? We shouldn't be able to go through no recessions when y'all collecting $830 billion in taxpayers' money. We shouldn't have no struggles right now. But they failed an audit. You know what? Big salute to the chat. Let's tap into this. I want to play this for y'all. I want y'all to get an earful of this because it's going to further. It can't be. They gave the Ukraine. Let's say $360 billion. They're saying that $830 billion are unaccounted for. Let's get into this. Salute to the chat.
Welcome back. President-elect Trump making more key cabinet appointments over the weekend, naming oil executive Chris Wright for Energy Secretary, Brendan Carr to lead the Federal Communications Commission. Donald Trump Jr. joined me on Sunday Morning Futures yesterday, talking about his father's cabinet picks. Watch this.
You know what? I don't want to use that one. You're talking a little bit too much. Let's look at this. You know what? That one's not it either. Hold on real quick, guys.
First of all, $178 million for the audit. $178 million for the audit itself. I am willing to do that for half the.
It was less than last year.
I mean, that's ridiculous in itself. But this is the kind of thing that Musk and Vivek are going to have a lot of fun with because they can shame everybody into compliance. It's wrong for the American people to look at that and say it's okay. That's not okay. That's way too much waste. You know there's going to be a lot of fat in there. Yeah. But of course they get cut a lot of slack because this is the military. This is the strength of the country.
You're making Trump's argument for him. That's it.
Yeah, but we want to we want a better efficiency on that kind of spend.
We certainly do.
$830 million. Billion dollars unaccounted for, right? And I want to use that just to make a point real quick, right? They said that, hold on. Let's let him talk.
For the sixth year in a row, has failed its annual financial audit. The audit looks closely at 29 components, like the Defense Logistics Agency, as well as the military branches, and is conducted by independent auditors, as well as the DoD Inspector General. Out of the 29 components inspected, only 8 were found to be in compliance, and they also uncovered 2,509 findings, with 365 of them being brand new for this year. Last year, they had 3,008 findings, and this year's audit found that 490 of those had been resolved, so at least there's some signs of improvement. This year's failure was not unexpected, according to the DoD's Chief Financial Officer, Michael McCord. He pointed out incremental improvements, especially as it comes to the DoD retiring legacy systems and monitoring how they track their assets and liabilities, of which they have 3.8 trillion and 4 trillion of respectively. Eventually, the Pentagon should be able to pass an audit, but at the rate they're going, it will still be years. Head to taskandpurpose.com for more news.
The Pentagon is failing audits. So like I said, I want to leave y'all with this, right? The system has failed us. Anytime a civilization gets to the point where they're being taxed and it's not benefiting them, the civilization either crumbles or it's a war that comes with that. It's a war that comes with that. No civilization has set for this long letting the government, take advantage of their pockets and just dealt with it. This is slavery we are dealing with right now. This is slavery right here what we are. This is why it feels the way it feels to you when you go to work. This is why anytime you pay a bill, this is why any and every time you pay a bill, you feel like you're being taken advantage of. You feel what I'm saying? You feel like you're being extorted every time you pay for some shit. You pay your light bill, you pay this bill, you pay that bill. You feel like it's an extortion because it is extortion. They've extorted the American people. They've sold the American economy out. And now it's mass deportation and nuclear war on the brink. After you take $830 billion, a couple of $1 trillion, and now once people start looking at you as a thief, once people start asking the question, where the hell is the money? Where's all our money at? Once that happens, most civilizations crumble after that. We are right in the midst of it. Rome. Soon as the Rainbow Coalition is implemented, soon as the government starts pushing the rainbow, the homo, the transmissions, soon as they start pushing it on kids and pushing it in education, soon as they start overly taxing us and stealing up from us, most societies crumble. And I'm telling you, that's where we at right now. We are on the brink of World War III. We got the whole educational system being railroaded by transmissions and Optimus Prime, the Rainbow Coalition. We got the government being ran and pushed by the Rainbow Coalition. We got taxation on everything. Everything is taxed. We done gave Ukraine $360 billion and you ain't spread out $3 billion across the American, gave everybody $250,000. You ain't gave every adult in every household that's a taxpaying citizen $250,000 and told them to do what you get $250,000. Everybody get $250,000. Pay off your student loans if you want to do that. Pay off your houses, pay off your cars. We're going to call that a restart. A fucking restart. That's how you do it. The same way you gave the Ukrainian people $360 billion, you take the other $400 billion, and you spread that across the American people. And you say in every household, man and woman, tax-paying adult, here go $250,000. Here go $250,000. Pay off your fucking student loans. Pay off your car insurance. Pay off your houses. This is going to be a restart. It's that easy. But why would they do it if we ain't ready These people don't even want to go to war. They want to watch Cardi B. We had Megan Thee Stallion. They want to talk about, Glorilla. They don't want to go to war about this shit. They ain't willing to die about this. They ain't willing to smoke nothing about it. So if they ain't willing to do all that, fuck them. What we talking about, nigga? It's a serious situation where we in right now. This is a serious situation that we in right now. And I suggest everybody keep an eye on it. I suggest everybody make sure you got yourself straight. You got some things going in your household. You got ammunition. You got weaponry. You got some water. You got some food. We on the brink of World War III. And I'm going to tell you something. It's bigger than what you thought. It's way past what you think. Those fucking immigrants didn't come over here for no reason, homie. Oh, why would they let the gates open? Why would the... Yeah, they didn't let millions of illegal immigrants over here for no reason, homie. You thought they came over here for salvation, for a new life? No, they came over here to take your life. They came over here to take what you have built. They came over here to replace. They came over here to go to war for the American government. So we done gave them $360 billion. You send over all your jail people, everybody in your insane asylums, send them over here. And when it's time to rally the troops, we'll rally the troops on American soil. Y'all thought it was just that easy to get Trump in office and that's it? Man, they've been stealing. Let me tell y'all something, man. 9/11, the day before 9/11, the people in the... Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on.
Pentagon, the day before 9/11, Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld. Pentagon, the day before 9/11, Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld declared war, not on foreign terrorists.
The adversary is closer to home. It's the Pentagon bureaucracy.
He said money wasted by the military poses a serious threat.
In fact, it could be said that it's a matter of life and death.
Rumsfeld promised change, but the next day, the world changed. And in the rush to fund the war on terrorism, the war on waste seems to have been forgotten.
My 03.
The day before 9/11, the Pentagon said that they couldn't account for $2 to $3 trillion. $2 to $3 trillion. They could not find it. It was gone. It vanished. And the day after 9/11, those Twin Towers fell down and we forgot all about that. I'm just trying to give you some game. They've been running this play. They've been running this play over and over and over and over again. And it's gotten to the point where we are at the brink of nuclear war. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. We didn't take the land. We didn't take the promised land. We always talk about it. The OGs, everybody, we always talk about this our land. This our land. But in the Bible, it said, take that shit. If this your land, if this this promised land is for you. This is your land. They time is up. The dog fur people time is running out. It's time for you to take the land. Take it. I didn't say pray for them. I didn't say speak with them. I didn't say talk with them. I didn't say go to church with them. I said take it. The only way you're going to be able to take that land, you're going to have to send them to God. Send them to me. Send them to me one by one. He didn't say save the babies. He didn't say save the women. He said take the land. Get rid of whoever in it and take it. And because we have never done that, because we so locked in at going war with ourselves, these young shooters and killers is so used to sliding on each other that they scared to slide on them. And until we ready to take this land, homie, until we are ready to take it, pay your taxes. Huh? Pay your taxes, man. Watch them take your money and give it to the Ukrainian people right in front of your damn face and watch you don't do nothing about it. Watch them go and set up nuclear war right in front of your face and watch you ain't willing to do nothing about it. And guess what? We done got so far off track that if you is willing to do something about it, we got 3-4 million illegal immigrants on your promised land, on your soil, American soil. And guess what? They ready to go to war about it. It's at the point now that your money is non-impressive, homie. Your change, your jewelry, your watches is non-impressive, homie. You got $100 million and you ain't went to war yet, we not impressed, homie. You got $300 million, you a billionaire, and you ain't set the people up. You ain't, man, just get out the way, man. Just get out the way, man. The smoke and mirrors have been cleared. We can see you very clearly, and I don't respect none of it. Hey, look, you came here for that pure dope, didn't you? So if you wanted that dope straight off the brick into the bottles, then you came to the right place. You want that sugar-coated BS, go to them other channels. Go to them other content creators. It's a million of them out there. It's only one grown man being this TV. That's it. What you talking about, man? I love this shit, but I'm a war general. I know what I am. So when I see war, I gravitate towards it. I don't run away from it. The giants supposed to get slayed. We supposed to slay the giants. David and Goliath, we supposed to slay the giants, homie. And you know what? Because I am God body, I'm able to see through the smoke and mirrors. But you know, it's a higher level. It's a higher frequency to this. So maybe it's something that I'm not seeing. The higher, you know, that higher power, you know, the universal law is playing out right in front of our faces. And maybe I want it to happen right now, but maybe me wanting it to happen right now is premature. Maybe it's prematurely. Facts. They stole that. You know, disgusting work, nasty work. Everybody, they watch the channel, homie. So salute to that. Just that crazy. Salute to that, because they definitely watch the channel. They steal and they bite and they do all that. But what I understand is this ain't mine to keep. Maybe I will trademark it or do something with some of the things I say, but the game ain't mine to keep. I can make some money off it, but I got to give it to the people. I got to give it to y'all. Maybe my thoughts are premature because I am in human form. I am in human form. I am living in the flesh. So maybe my thoughts are premature. Maybe it's coming because either we lost the chance to do it or the time is coming. And when the time comes to take this land, homie, you need to know grown man business gonna be on the front line. And we ain't sparing nothing. Y'all remember when y'all used to feed our babies to the alligators? You remember all those black women that y'all was raping, that y'all was taking advantage of in them slave quarters? You remember all those black men that you hung from them trees, that you castrated, tied them up with chains to a tree and burned them at the stake? You remember all those black men. When it's time to take this land, homie, we ain't taking no prisoners. None. No prisoners. Everybody is going. Everybody. Listen, man. You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan, and you do know what I suggest. And I suggest that you tap in. Listen, I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. Straight off the brick into the bottles. I'm going to give you this dope, this pure information straight off the bricks, and I'm going to put it right in the bottles. We don't step on it over here. No extras, no preservatives, no kind of, we don't step on it. We don't play with it. No extras. Giving it to you straight raw, my G. And I'm here to tell you, I'm going to just say it again because I got to say it again. We ain't taking no prisoners. No prisoners, no POWs, no prisoners of war will come with us. Everybody got to lay down. You going to get down and you going to lay down. And when you lay down, trust me, you going to stay down. Yeah, he said, take it. He said, take the promised land. And I'm waiting for the opportunity to take this shit. We going to war with Russia. Y'all funding wars in the Israel, Palestine. All this shit ain't got nothing to do with us. And y'all taxing us and y'all paying our tax money dollars to these people. And y'all been doing it for 20, 30. Y'all been doing it for 100 years. Stealing, killing, raping, pillaging. The universal laws say that energy got to come back to you. It got to come. So listen, you either going to take it out the Bible or you could just take it from universal law. The Bible say you reap what you sow. Universal law say all energy just comes back. Whatever you put out will come back. It has to come back. So take it how you want to take it. The American people, America is on the brink of nuclear war. Due to the leadership of dog fur having people, due to the leadership of Caucasian men, white people have led us to the brink of the downfall of our civilization. But you know what? Maybe that's what it's going to take for the land to be open. Maybe that's what it's going to take, homie. Maybe it's going to take a nuclear war. Maybe it's going to take a civil war on American soil for y'all to crumble from the inside out, for real rebels like me to take this. We could take this shit. We built it. We'll take it. Listen, man, if you just get in the building, hit that little red button right there, pull it back, start it from the top. Pure game I'm giving you. It take time. Rico, it take time. Where is the universal law for the colonizers who plagued this planet, who destroying this planet, who stole this planet, who stole the promised land from the people, the indigenous people? Where is the retribution, right? Well, that's why I said maybe because we are in human form. We are in the flesh. Maybe we think that it been time for them to pay for it. Maybe the universal law saying, man, within the next 100 years, they'll pay for it. I don't think they got 100 years. I believe they got to 2030. I believe they got to 2030. And before 2030 hit, we gonna go to nuclear war. We gonna go all the way up. You don't get that? Let me break it a little. Let me give you a little bit more game before I get up out here. Rico, you think 30 years is a long time in jail. If somebody was to tell you you about to do 40 years in jail, you'd cry. You get on your knees and you pray to God to get out because you can't do 40 years. But in the universal grand scheme of things, 40 years is a blink of an eye, my G. Do that make sense to you? Do that make sense to you? 40 years in a universal grand scheme is a blink of an eye. 100 years, a blink of an eye. But because you are in human form, because you are in the flesh, you think 100 years is a long time. You think 100 years is a long time, homie, and it's not. Because you breathing in this oxygen, because you eating this poison, you drinking this poison. You smoking is poison. Your lifespan has been cut short. DNA genetics. We used to live to 100, 200, 400, 800 years old back in the day. 100 years ain't enough time to even get the knowledge of the earth. We don't even get to really learn the knowledge of the earth, of the universe in 100 years, because in 100 years, that ain't enough time. That's really a short amount of time. So when you say, why haven't they got their retribution yet? Well, maybe in the universal grand scheme of things, it's going to take another 100 years. Another blink of an eye, homie. Another blink of an eye. But you need to know something. You know just like I know. Oh, it's coming. Oh, they either gonna get this shit up or they gonna do whatever they gonna do to it and we just gonna take it. But they know their time is coming. You don't see the panic in these dog fur having people. You don't see how they panic, how bad they trying to have offspring with black people so they kids can survive, because they not gonna survive. But a drop of that melanin might save their babies. A drop of that melanin might save their kids, homie. The game is the game and it's wicked. Nuclear war. They got us on the brink of nuclear war. Hey, listen, man, it's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all tapped into the channel. Listen, the purest dope you might have ever got your hands on is right here in front of you, man. Lisa, big salute to Lisa in the chat. Big wrenches. Yeah, my wrenches is real. They move. They do what they do. Yeah, man. Ty Brown, exactly. Exactly. You gotta instill this shit. Salute to everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's new. But one thing you should know about the big house that I'm in right now, all the pictures are of black soldiers, black people, black queens. The whole house is surrounded in blackness. Let me show y'all something real quick. So my kids subconsciously, my babies, my family, they subconsciously see this, and they don't even know what's being instilled in them, but you know, all over the house. All over the crib, you feel me? Everywhere. Shit is everywhere. Exactly, though. Who said that? You exactly right. They don't want to be free. Most people, that's why I say, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I said that already, but I'm gonna leave y'all with this. That's why we are wandering that's why we are wandering the wilderness. That's why none of this stuff feel real. That's why we all feel anxious and we all feel like, what is going on? This can't be life. Because we were supposed to take the promised land. We were supposed to slay the giants. God told us, he gave us his right. He told us, go in there and slay the giants and take the land, and we didn't take it. That's why all this destruction, that's why all this killing, these young kids is doing all this, because it's chaos, because we were supposed to take the land, and a lot of y'all don't want to be free. This don't come across your mind unless y'all come to my channel. My job is to open your eyes to it. It's a war going on outside that no man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever. You can't hide forever. Word to Prodigy. So listen, man, you already know what time it is. It's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? You can tap in. Listen, we going live tomorrow for sure. We not going to stop this. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button. Make sure you in the building. Make sure you getting the notifications. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan and you do know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in.